Hello everybody, I've got a fun idea for you today, and we're going to be using some wide ribbon. Isn't this so pretty? I love green. Actually, I just think green looks fresh. I'm ready for a fresh project, aren't y'all? And I'm going to use this, I think I got this at Walmart, and these little orange flowers. Aren't they so cute? Speaking of which, I need to turn my glue gun on. Did y'all remind me? And y'all, I have had this for a while. It's beads on a wired thing. And I was like, oh, I got that. And I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So now I've decided what I'm going to do with it. I'm going to make a wreath with some greenery, and I'm going to put this ribbon kind of across here in the middle with the word hello. And listen, whenever I do something like this, I'm like, please work the way I want it to. Anyway, we've got this transfer with all of these big hellos on here. So, I'm thinking, let's see, will this fancy one fit on here? Well, that would be very close. Let's see, would this one fit on here? And it's not too wide. Yeah. I think I'm going to use this one right here. I don't know. One of these two. Let's cut them off and see. Oh my goodness. What have y'all been doing today? I hope it's been a great day. That big hello's a little too big. Whoa, I almost cut my ribbon. Anyway, I thought this would be super fun and fresh. So I hope it gives you some ideas. All right, now I've got to decide. I love that writing. Font. I say writing, but I think it's font is really what it is. I'm gonna see if it'll fit. It just seems a little big for my ribbon. I don't want it to hang off. Actually, I think it'll fit. Let's try it. Look, if it doesn't look good, we'll run with the other one. And I'm gonna do kind of in the middle. And this ribbon is like kind of wavy, and that's fine. We're just gonna stretch it across there and glue it on each side. So let me go ahead and peel this off here. Peel this off. And listen, when you're working with fabric, you don't have to add any fuzz to it. And normally I would use ink on fabric, but I'm not going to put this outside, and it's never going to get wet or washed, so I'm just going to use chalk. Black chalk, so it'll pop on this ribbon. Hey, y'all tell me what your favorite color is. Y'all know my favorite color is teal. My second favorite color is green. I just love green. Okay. So I'm just getting a little bit of black paste, and I'm going to squeegee across here. And listen, have y'all got any of this wide ribbon? Isn't this a great idea? Hey, let's wait and see if how it turns out, and then we'll say it was a great idea, right? Sometimes I get on here and I do something I've never done before, and I'm usually happy with the outcome. Usually. Anyway, I always say, I try it for you, and then we can see how it goes, right? All right. So I'm going to pull this off here. So far, so good. Oh, I'm so glad this one fits. I will clean this later. Y'all have got to see this. It's so pretty. Oh, look, I didn't put anything under it and went through on my desk. That's okay. I can wipe it off. Isn't that so pretty? Let me go ahead and do that before I get it all over me. You could put like a piece of cardboard or one of our ink mats underneath that, or just anything to protect your desk. But because it's paste, it cleans up real easily. In fact, my desk was dirty. It probably needed to be cleaned. All right, let's get the hair dryer and dry this. Craft dryer, hair dryer, whatever. Oh my gosh. Now I'm like really imagining this like stretched across this beaded wreath. I guess you call it a wreath. And I didn't make it. I bought it like this. But you could make it like if you had some strong wire. I've made some smaller ones. But I love that when you put it on wire, you know, it kind of holds its shape. And if you're new here, let me know where you're watching from. I'm in South Alabama, and I love hopping on here and sharing ideas with y'all. As a Chalk Couture independent designer, I can put chalk on anything. And I do put chalk on any and everything. I try to anyway. This is, it looks better than I imagined. I get excited every time I pull the transfer off and the project looks good. I know it's always going to look good, but I mean, it's like kind of a nice surprise just taking it off there. Okay, so I think I'm going to kind of center this, but I'm going to cut it a little bit longer and maybe dovetail it on the ends. We'll see. We want to make it look super cute. So let's go ahead and dovetail it. I'm just going to glue this on there. Let's see. Let me see. I want to make sure that it's good and dry. And now I want to make sure, yeah, that I'm leaving enough on each end. And I guess I could, you know, kind of cinch it up a little bit if it's not exactly the same on each end. Y'all, I never measure to see if I get my dovetails in the same spot. I just roll with it. Okay. Hopefully this is hot. We'll put this on here first, and then we'll like embellish with the greenery and those flowers. Or I think they're, I don't know what they are. Y'all can tell me. That looks pretty even. So I'm just going to put some glue like on top of a few of these. Hopefully that's enough. Hopefully that's even. And I'm not going to worry about it being stretched tight. I just thought about something. Those beads are going to roll, so hopefully it stays in place. Or I'm going to have to put some glue in between them. Well, hey, we're thinking to throw this project together. So y'all throw out any ideas you may have. Again, it's too late for me trying to see if this is even. I think it'll be fine. And, you know, I don't have anybody that's going to run by and roll the beads. I mean, if anybody did, it would be Barry. And I'll make sure he doesn't. I'll put a little bit right here. In fact, you know, most of the time, and y'all tell me if your husband's like this, most of the time Barry doesn't even notice when I do anything. I think that's good. And I'm just going to kind of like move the ends a little bit, kind of like there's some motion there. And then I've got my trusty pliers here. And now the decision is whether my greenery is going to be at the top or bottom. I think at the top. Of course, if I decide top, then y'all are going to say bottom. So let's see. And I don't want it too crazy. So maybe this is enough. And y'all, I've got some paint on this one. Hey, nothing in the craft room is safe from paint or paste or anything. Oh my goodness. Cut this. Whoa, that's some tough stuff. All right, now I'm just going to kind of measure this one and cut them about the same spot. I'm thinking I should use like a twist tie to put them together. Not a twist tie, a wire tie, cable tie. And then I'm just going to glue the flowers on there. And I'm not going to use any more ribbon because we've got the ribbon across the middle. So I'm just going to put this on here. I always have to double check which way it goes, you know, to clamp it down. I'm going to put 2. I'm going to get them started and then pull them tight so that I don't get this crooked. Because crooked needs to be my middle name. Y'all know that. I have a tendency to get things a little crooked. Okay, now I'm going to pull it tight, cross my fingers, hold my mouth right. What do y'all think about this color combination with the green and white buffalo and then these kind of pink and yellow? I don't even know what they're called. They're like, not tulips. I know y'all are going to know. So somebody tell me. And then I'm going to stick this one on this end. So it's kind of an asymmetrical look. Maybe I'll cut a little bit more of this off. Y'all hear me talking to myself? I'm talking to y'all. I'm not going to admit that I'm talking to myself. Woo. There we go. Some tough wire. And then I'm going to stick this one right here on top to cover up that. I could really, I guess I could really put another tie right there. But I'm going to hold this until it like sets a little bit. I'll probably think of 100 other things to do with this beaded doodad. And also, you know what? I could have stained it or painted them too. You can always think of 1,000 things you could have done after you do something, right? I can. I'm just going to hold it for a second to let it set up a little bit. I think I got these flowers at Walmart. Actually, I think I got the greenery there too. Sometimes I can find some really cute stuff. And then when I add the Chalk Couture transfers, it just makes it look so professional. And I'm just going to kind of make a hanging loop. Kind of go in between. Maybe, hopefully I got that straight. If not, I can move it over. I'm gonna look at it and see if I got it straight. And you can fluff your greenery around. And you can put any kind of flowers or no flowers on here, whatever you like. So this is ready to rock and roll and put anywhere you need a little something. So y'all tell me where you would put it. I think I'm going to add a little more greenery. This, I like this because it looks realistic too. Right there. And then a couple of little pieces right in here. And I love ferns, don't y'all? It gets so hot in South Alabama that ferns, they're good for a little while, but then they need more shade and more moisture than we have sometimes. Now, some years it's like a rainforest, and then some years it's just too hot and too dry. I hope this gave you guys some ideas. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And I know my flowers are a little more asymmetrical. And, you know, if you have more flowers, you can add more flowers, or you can put them down here. Get rid of that glue string. But I think I like it. Y'all tell me what color ribbon you would have used. What color of flowers you would use. I just think this looks fresh and ready to restyle some area in my house. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and I hope, you know, you get out there and get crafty, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.